Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to do another story time video. I know some of you who come here for the makeup content, you probably hate when I post these story times, but I have so many good stories, you guys. I honestly do. And my friends, like my two best friends, like they're always like, so they were with me, they've been with me through it all basically, and they have told me so many times like, you need to like write a book about your dating life or like about your dating horror stories because you've had such like bummer dudes. That was never really my jam. Like I didn't really want to make a whole channel just for telling like crappy date stories. Like I feel like, especially now I'm married, so it's like I'm not going to be continuing to get more crappy date stories ever again. So it was kind of a dead end for like a whole channel. But I just thought I could intersperse like a couple of funny stories in this channel here and there. I mean, I don't know, they might not get very many views if people aren't really that interested, but I promise you they're good stories though. They're good stories. So today I'm going to talk about see, they're all dating, like, they're not all dating related. Like, I've done other story times on this channel that aren't, but I have a few in my mind right now that are all dating related, but they're so long sometimes that I feel like I need a dedicated video for, like, each one. And I need to think of a title for, like, each one. But this is, I can't even think of a title for it. I'm just going to get right into the story. So, back when I was in college, that's when mostly all my dating stories happened. So back when I was in college, I had just gotten out of a relationship. It was about little over a year long relationship, and just gotten out of that. So I was kind of just getting back into the dating scene and like wasn't really looking for anything super serious at the time. But I was like not gonna say no to anything. Like it wasn't off the table. Like if I met the right guy, you know what I mean? But I just wasn't gonna jump into another like long-term relationship with like the first guy that I went out with if he wasn't the right guy. So I met this guy. I think we met on Tinder or something, or some kind of, yeah, I think it was Tinder. So I met this guy on Tinder. We lived in the same city, so we went out on a date. And the first date was okay. Like by the end of the date, I wasn't like amazingly like, oh my god, this guy's so great and everything, but I wasn't exactly sure if I was not interested yet. It was kind of like I needed more time to tell if it was something I really was interested in. So when he asked me out on a second date, I was like, yeah, okay. I reluctantly went on a second date with him as well. And then I kind of realized during the second date, like mid-date, I was kind of like, okay, I'm not really into this guy or whatever, right? So when we were walking home from the second date, we were almost at my apartment, and I was like, okay, I should just be upfront with this guy, like, because I really hate it when people like ghost you or whatever, and I've never been kind of like a ghoster. I'm just pretty straightforward with how I feel about things and how I feel things are going, and I think you need to be like upfront with people about that. There's no point stringing somebody along. So I told him on the walk home, and I was like, I really like you, like you're a nice guy and everything, but I just don't think this is something I'm really looking for right now. Like I'm not really looking, I don't think that we're a good match for a relationship at this point in time. Like I like hanging out with you, I like spending time with you and stuff, but I'm not sure I want to take this further into like a serious relationship or anything like that. Like, you know, it's not really going to work for me. And so obviously we didn't go on any more dates after that. That was like the last date. I think I didn't even have him like on Facebook yet or anything, because we'd only gone out twice. So it wasn't like we really, like I had his number, I guess, but that was basically it. That was like the end of, I thought that was going to be like the last time I ever saw this guy. So like we said goodnight and he left and life went on. And then this is where the story gets funny, you guys. So I'd completely forgotten that this even happened because it had been like 6 months. 6 months since this incident. I already had like a new guy I was seeing. It was like a newer thing, like, but we had just kind of recently decided that we were like officially dating or whatever, right? So he was like my boyfriend, but it was like a very new thing, like only a couple weeks in or something. And all of a sudden I'm sitting on Facebook one day and I get this like bloop, like pop-up message thing, and it was the first guy. it was the guy that I went on 2 dates with. And then I was like confused because I was like, oh, do I have this guy on Facebook? I don't remember adding him on Facebook. So I went to his profile, and sure enough, like, we were not Facebook friends. So he obviously must have searched me out and found my profile and decided to send me a message anyways. So the message just said like, hey, how's it going, or something. And I responded saying, it's going good. Like, how are you? And he was like, I'm okay. And I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, so I want you to give me back my $60. That's what the message said. And I was like, what? Like, I never borrowed money from this guy. So I was like, what are you talking about? $60? And he was like, for the 2 dates we went on when I paid for your dinner? Like, I'm not kidding you guys. So and I thought he was joking. So I literally like responded like, ha ha ha, funny, or something like that. I wish I still had the message, because I actually did save, like, I screenshotted this entire conversation because it was so funny. Like, it was so hilarious. But I think it happened so many years ago that it's just gotten lost, and I can't seem to find it anymore, like the screenshots. But so I am kind of paraphrasing, but like, it's pretty accurate. Like, I'm not like taking a lot of creative liberties here with this story. Like, this is almost word for word exactly what he said. So I responded saying like, LOL, or something like that. And he goes, no, I'm serious. And I'm like, so I think I responded with like, ... That's not how dating works. Like, you don't get to like change your mind 6 months later and then ask for money back that you paid. Like, he treated me to dinner those nights. It's not like, you know, like, I mean, I guess I could have paid my half, but like, he offered to pay. So I was like, sure. Like, does that make me a bad person? Like, come on. And also, like, it's not like I continued to go on dates with him after I knew it wasn't working out and like just used him for like free food or something. Like, I cut it off right away when I knew it wasn't going anywhere. So he goes, yeah, I'm serious, like, whatever. And I said, that's not how dating works. And he goes, okay, if you're not gonna pay me back, then at least F me. That's what he said. He said, like, I wish I remembered the exact wording, but it was like, then F me instead, because you owe me. That's what he, like, I know there's like so many people out there that are hearing this story right now and they're just like in a rage, and that's how I felt at the time too. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't even know how I responded. I think I just put like a giant cap locks like LOL, because I was like, what are you saying? And he's like, well, I took you out for dinner and like I didn't get anything out of it and stuff. And I was like, yeah, you're not entitled to anything out of it, sorry. Like, so I got super angry. So anyway, back to the conversation. So yeah, so he said, give me back the $60 or F me. That's your choice, kind of thing. And so I responded saying, I don't think my boyfriend's gonna like those options, or something like that. I brought up the fact that, like, you know, I had a boyfriend now, just to kind of throw that in his face and be like, listen, you can't just, even if I didn't have a boyfriend, you can't just go up to girls and be like, pay me back for the dates or you have to have sex with me. Like, so anyway, so I said, I don't think my boyfriend's gonna like those options. And he goes, oh, you have a boyfriend already, skank? And I was like, it's been 6 months and we went on 2 dates. Like, am I not allowed to move on? Like, do you think I wasn't, you know, over that? Like, oh my God, it was just so ridiculous. And so I'm trying to remember what I said in response to that when he called me a slut, or a skank or whatever it was. I don't even think I think I was like, all right, this conversation's over. Like, I was basically trying to shut it down at that point. And I was like, well, I'm sorry that you feel like you wasted your money taking me out on those dates, but like, we still went out and had a good time, and I had a good time. Like, not good enough to like be your girlfriend, but like, it was fine. And that's what the dating world is. Sorry. And he, like, at the time I was working at there's a chain in Canada here called Booster Juice. It's like a smoothie place. Anyway, so he was like, fine, whatever, like, you're good for nothing anyways, go back and waste your life at Booster Juice. And I was like, I'll do that then. And I'm pretty sure that's how I responded. I was like, okay, will do, bye. But I just thought that was a funny story to tell. Kind of hilarious that this guy was, oh yes, I forgot the best part. Okay, sorry. I forgot the best part. So right before he told me to F off and go waste my life at Booster Juice, I forgot that once I told him, no, I'm not gonna give you the $60 or have sex with you, or, and my boyfriend isn't happy about those options or something that I said to try and be funny or whatever. He goes, well, you have to. And I was like, well, no, I don't. And he goes, I'll sue you. He legitimately threatened to sue me over $60 that he spent on taking me out for dinner twice. So, to anyone out there who thinks you've been on a bad date, get back to me in 6 months and tell me if the guy reached out to you asking for either his money back or sex. So, yeah, and then he told me to F off and go back to my useless job and that I was a waste of time and all that stuff. But, like, oh my God, it was just so funny. It was so funny, you guys. Like, I was, like, in shock reading these messages on Facebook. I was like, this cannot be real life. Like, this cannot be real life. So, anyway, that's my, pay me back or I'll sue you story. And I think that's all I'm going to tell in this video because I want to keep these kind of short, as short as I can, and kind of just post them interspersed among the other makeup type videos so that they're not like boring for you guys. And if you don't care about like story times, then you don't have to watch. But if you made it to the end and you think this is funny and you want to see more funny story times, maybe I think I'll do a playlist of like story time type videos, or like getting ready with me's where I tell a story, because that's usually the format I do the story times. I'm usually getting ready as I'm telling the story. But I've already done my makeup for today, and I thought I would just pre-film a bunch of these boyfriend horror stories or like dating horror stories. So they'll probably all, if you're looking for those ones, I'll probably be wearing the same outfit because I'm just going to pre-film them all right now. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel and like this video if you thought it was funny or think it's hilarious, as funny as I do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.